Welcome to Streaming News Network, where we deliver balanced reporting with the facts that matter. This edition is hosted by Claude McDaniel. Please like and subscribe.
This is Claude McDaniel and this is Streaming News Network. We begin with our first report. Greg Norman, the former chief executive of LIV Golf, says he is deeply disappointed by the direction of the breakaway golf league and believes its decline may be difficult to reverse. Norman says Saudi Arabia's public investment fund invested more than $5 billion over 5 years before withdrawing its financial backing. LIV has since been pursuing new private investment, while reportedly operating with a smaller schedule and reduced prize money. Norman, who left his leadership role in 2025, says he is sad, disappointed and gutted, adding that he would rather see LIV Golf end than slowly disappear. Current chief executive Scott O'Neill says the league is working under a tight deadline to secure new financing for 2027 through 2030. Private equity executive Ted Goldthorpe and BC Partners are reportedly involved in the proposed investment. However, the deal could depend heavily on how many leading LIV players agree to remain with the league. This is Claude McDaniel reporting for Streaming News Network, delivering the latest news with unbiased analysis. This is Streaming News Network. A 68-year-old French tourist has died after becoming stranded in Death Valley National Park during extreme summer heat. Officials say Pierre-Michel Formosa and a travel companion were driving on a remote road when their vehicle became stuck in mud. With no other vehicles nearby, the two men began walking across the salt flats toward another road to find help. Temperatures in the park reached 116 degrees Fahrenheit that day. After walking about 1.3 miles, Formosa was reportedly unable to continue. His companion eventually reached the road, where a passing motorist helped him get to the Furnace Creek Visitor Center. Park rangers and an Inyo County deputy launched a search. Formosa was located by a California Highway Patrol helicopter roughly 1.5 miles from the road and was pronounced dead at the scene. Officials say the incident highlights the dangers of Death Valley's extreme heat, remote terrain and limited cell service. The National Park Service recommends carrying at least 1 gallon of water per person each day, plus additional supplies for vehicle emergencies, and advises stranded motorists to remain with their vehicles whenever possible. This is Claude McDaniel reporting for Streaming News Network, delivering the latest news with unbiased analysis. This is Streaming News Network. Chevrolet's iconic Camaro could be preparing for a major comeback, but this time with a surprising change: 4 doors. After the Camaro ended production following the 2024 model year, General Motors' shifting strategy away from an aggressive electric vehicle push has opened the door for a possible return of the legendary muscle car. Reports indicate the next Camaro could share its platform with the Cadillac CT5 and include a high-performance version powered by a supercharged V8 engine producing more than 700 horsepower. A naturally aspirated 6.7-liter V8 engine producing at least 535 horsepower has also been discussed as a possible option. The challenge for Chevrolet will be balancing performance, affordability, and the expectations of longtime Camaro fans. The new sedan would compete against powerful 4-door performance cars, including future versions of the Ford Mustang sedan. The next-generation Camaro is reportedly not expected until around 2029, giving General Motors time to refine a vehicle designed to bring the muscle car legend into a new era. This is Claude McDaniel reporting for Streaming News Network. This is Streaming News Network. A forensic psychologist has testified that Lindsay Clancy was not experiencing acute psychosis when she killed her 3 children in 2023, challenging a central argument in her murder trial. Psychologist Kirk Heilbrunn told the court he did not believe Clancy's claim that she heard a voice instructing her to kill her children before taking her own life. Heilbrunn testified that the reported hallucination was unusual because Clancy described hearing the voice only once, for a brief period during the incident, and never experienced anything similar before or afterward. The defense argues Clancy was suffering from postpartum psychosis, a rare and severe mental health condition connected to childbirth, and should not be held criminally responsible. Prosecutors argue she planned the killings and understood her actions were wrong. Another prosecution witness testified that Clancy suffered from serious mental illness but could still recognize right from wrong. Clancy has pleaded not guilty in the deaths of her children, who ranged in age from 8 months to 5 years old. Closing arguments are expected later this week. This is Streaming News Network. NBC Washington anchor Joseph Olmo surprised viewers by announcing during a live broadcast that he is leaving the station after nearly a decade in journalism. Olmo told viewers that his final assignment as a local reporter would be the following night, marking the end of about 7 years covering the Washington, District of Columbia, region for NBC4 and Telemundo 44. The Annapolis native reflected on his career, saying local journalism allows reporters to share the stories and moments that directly impact the communities they serve. Olmo said he is ready to explore new opportunities and pursue additional personal goals, explaining that life is too short to ignore the question of what might have been possible. He also thanked his colleagues and viewers, noting that every broadcast depends on the work of many people behind the scenes. Following the announcement, viewers shared messages of appreciation online, praising Olmo's reporting and saying he will be missed. This is Claude McDaniel reporting for Streaming News Network, delivering the latest news with unbiased analysis. This is Streaming News Network. Dog owners across the United States and Canada are being warned about a recall involving thousands of cans of dog food after reports of possible metal contamination. From Family Foods is recalling nearly 5,800 cases of 2 wet dog food products following customer complaints. The recall includes from Turkey Pate wet dog food and from Diner Classics Milo's Meatloaf Pate wet dog food. The products were sold through pet stores and online retailers in both countries. No illnesses or injuries have been reported, but officials warn that metal pieces in pet food could cause serious health problems, including choking, vomiting, stomach issues, internal injuries, or intestinal blockages. Consumers are advised to stop feeding the recalled products to their pets and return them to the place of purchase. The company says it has identified the issue and taken corrective action, while emphasizing that no other farm products are affected. Pet owners should contact a veterinarian if their dogs show symptoms after eating the recalled food. This is Claude McDaniel reporting for Streaming News Network. This is Streaming News Network. A North Carolina doctor is facing multiple charges after police say he opened fire on another vehicle during a road rage incident on a Virginia highway, injuring 2 sisters, including a 12-year-old girl. Authorities say 61-year-old Dr. Richard Araviello was driving a Mercedes-Benz when he allegedly fired shots into a Jeep on Interstate 77 near the Virginia-North Carolina border. Police say the victims, sisters ages 12 and 20, were both struck in the legs and taken to a hospital by helicopter. Their injuries are described as non-life-threatening. Investigators say Araviello left the scene but was later arrested about 15 miles away. He is charged with malicious shooting into an occupied vehicle, maliciously causing bodily harm with intent to maim, and using a firearm during the commission of a felony. Police have not released details about what led to the confrontation, and the investigation remains ongoing. Officials also cited the Jeep driver for reckless driving. Araviello, who owns an urgent care facility in Monroe, North Carolina, remains in custody without bond as he awaits his next court appearance. This is Claude McDaniel reporting for Streaming News Network, delivering the latest news with unbiased analysis. This is Streaming News Network. The Trump administration is preparing a major immigration action that could revoke business and tourism visas for up to 200,000 foreign nationals who have applied for or are seeking asylum in the United States. The proposed move would represent the largest mass visa revocation in U.S. history and is expected to involve coordination between the State Department and the Department of Homeland Security. The affected visas are known as B1 and B2 visas, which are generally issued for business travel, tourism, family visits, or medical purposes. Officials say the administration is targeting individuals who entered the country using short-term visitor visas but later sought asylum to remain in the United States. The possible revocations would not automatically result in immediate deportation. Many individuals with pending asylum cases could continue through the legal process but lose their visitor visa status. The plan is expected to face legal challenges, and officials say the number of affected visas could change as reviews continue. The administration says the action is intended to prevent misuse of visitor visas, while critics are expected to challenge the policy in court. I'm Claude McDaniel reporting for Streaming News Network. This is Streaming News Network. A Missouri assistant fire chief has been charged with murder after investigators say a hidden video found on his wife's phone contradicted his account of her death. 45-year-old Jeremy Perian was arrested after a 14-month investigation into the death of his wife, 31-year-old Shelby Perian. Authorities say Jeremy initially claimed his wife died by suicide while the couple was driving home from a night out in Cape Girardeau in June of 2025. Investigators now say evidence from Shelby's cell phone revealed a hidden video recorded weeks before her death that allegedly showed Jeremy assaulting and threatening his wife. Police also say text messages recovered during the investigation contained additional threats. Authorities further allege forensic evidence from the vehicle showed that Shelby could not have fired the weapon herself, contradicting the original account of the incident. Perrine is facing charges including second-degree murder, domestic assault, felony harassment, and evidence tampering. He is being held without bond as the investigation continues. Officials say the case was handled carefully to allow independent investigators and forensic experts to follow the evidence. I am Claude McDaniel for Streaming News Network. Thank you for watching and staying informed.
Thank you for viewing Streaming News Network videos, and also short and special reports. Please like, subscribe, and tap the bell to be notified of additional reports.